This is cars keep hitting his house, and he's extremely over it.
It is a sight to see, the signs in front of this Cleveland Heights home after dealing with crash after crash.
We told you about one of those.
Oh my God. How did that happen? How do you mess that up so bad? The speed limit is 25. And there's a tree in front of there. How do you swerve the tree and make it? How do you get that angle? That's insane.
In 2021,
it's almost impressive.
In 2022, and we went back last year to tell you about a near miss. And a year later, the homeowner says he still feels like the city has not done enough to prevent this from continuing to happen.
Hold on, I need to see the scene here.
Still feels like the city has not done enough to prevent.
Okay, so this is an intersection. It's one of those intersections where it's a T. I'm just trying to break this down and figure out how you mess this up so bad. Like, these types of intersections aren't so uncommon that you like this is a common mistake. I might expect this to happen, you know, at like midnight back in 2000 before GPSs were a common thing. You know, you're not really paying attention to the road. You're kind of trying to read a map at the same time. Sure, maybe then. But these days, that's a major dink up. See, I don't think you necessarily even need... you don't even need to do a lot to fix this. Put up a lamp. Put up a light post. A lot of neighborhoods are pretty sketchy just because they don't have lights everywhere. Like, even if you have your headlights on, it gets a little scary. Just put up some lamps so people can see. I would hope that would help it. Maybe not. Maybe people are actually that dumb.
This from continuing to happen. So, News 5's Nadina Busada shows you now how he is taking matters into his own hands.
Off South Taylor Road, there's flashing lights, a speed bump.
What's going to happen when a car going 85 miles an hour hits that speed bump?
85 miles an hour? Why are you going 85 in a 25? What the hell?
And even rocks.
I can't get homeowners insurance. Thanks, Cleve HTS. Idiots. WTF. This dude's got signs up.
The city put those rocks in place as...
Oh, thanks. A couple of rocks, yeah. That's crazy.
Called temporary measure.
But for John Gow, it's still not enough.
Oh, when they say temporary, that's forever.
I'm painting another sign. This sign's going to go somewhere with the one that says the cowards won't talk because they're chicken bleep mother froggers.
Gow bought his home in
chicken bleep mother froggers. I'm going to start using that.
Signs at this intersection.
Is this the one that says chicken bleep mother froggers? They can show the rest of these, but that one's too much.
Section.
And again, they ignore the problem.
The smiley face kills me.
The problem is right here. I'm the only one that's ever been hit.
That's because in the past 10 years, he says, 3 cars have crashed into it.
3 isn't as many as I was expecting. 3 in 10 years? Like that, ideally it would be 0. It should be 0. But I was expecting like 6. I was expecting double that, but that's still a lot.
Well, the first crash actually took out my pickup truck that was parked in the driveway. I believe that was 2012.
The second was in 2021.
Still a lot, yeah. That's still a lot.
Covered a police chase that ended with a car in Gal's kitchen. Then another in 2022, taking out his garage.
Yeah, give the man a guardrail.
I can't get homeowners insurance.
That okay. I know insurance has been a big deal in the news lately for good reason. It is like insurance to a certain extent needs to exist, but it's like the people who need it, like this guy, because his house keeps getting hit by cars. He's the one struggling to get it, even though he's the one who needs it the most. Like I get that insurance companies take into account the riskier the individual, the less likely you're willing to give them insurance. Like I get that that's how, like, that has to be their policy in order for them to make money, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's a huge scam. This guy is paying, and it would be one thing if it was his fault. You know, he keeps blazing it up in the kitchen, forgetting to turn off the stove, burning his house down. Like, okay, his fault. Probably shouldn't insure him again. But this is other people. This is other people crashing into his house. He's trying to take measures, trying to get the city to help him, and he's not getting help. And he can't even get insurance to help cover. And it's kind of the same thing in California. It's hard to get a homeowner's insurance in some places because of all the wildfires they have. That's, like, I get it, but that's crazy. It's borderline scammy.
Currently have insurance, but they've jacked the rates, and if I have one more claim, I'm being dropped.
Gal said
One more claim, that's not even his fault. Assuming that another car crashes into his house.
his home used to have a guardrail in front of it, but in the early 2000s, it was removed, and the city won't put a new one in place.
They offered fair market value.
So he had a
I
guardrail.
don't have a mortgage. The house is paid off. What can I buy where I won't have to pay that's comparable to where I'm currently
Yeah,
living?
and his house is paid off.
Is the peace of mind.
Still can't get insurance
Car
for
will
it.
come flying through his wall.
As
I bet
far
his
as I'm
credit's good.
concerned, This house has a giant target on the side. And the city has done nothing to alleviate that.
I still can't understand how people mess up this badly to crash into this house multiple times. I'm trying to think about it in my head. It doesn't make any sense. Now, we haven't really gotten a full view of the road, but...
Until he gets it, Gal plans
here we
to
go.
keep painting.
Thing to alleviate that.
Until he gets it, Gal plans to keep painting.
Oh, I keep missing it. I'm not going to go back again, but... Like... It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. How does this happen 3 times? Either it's a huge coincidence or like there's some really subtle issue that is just going over my head. Shouldn't that person's car insurance cover his repair? Well, maybe for his car, but for his house? I think he said his truck got taken out the first time, but every other time it's his walls.
Do you think these signs help?
They help me because I don't know what else to do. It's cathartic.
This is where that guardrail used to be and where Gal wants to see a new one. He's hired an attorney and
Yeah, put up
plans to
another
keep
guardrail.
adding signs until he sees
It can't
some
look worse
change
than the
or a
signs.
response from the city. Now, we reached out
Some
to
roads are
Cleveland
not
Heights
meant to
City
be
Hall
sped on.
for
Yeah, if you're going
comment, and we're
25,
waiting
if
to
you're going
hear back.
85 and a
Cleveland
25,
Heights, Adina Busada.
you deserve
Lightning
whatever's
Dean
coming
tells
for
us
you.
that she'll continue to follow through on this story, and be sure to let us know if there's a story that you want us to check on. You can fill out the form on our website, news5cleveland.com.
Hey, you.
What a silly and also tragic situation. I hope that man gets his guardrail. And the insurance company should definitely insure him. That sucks.